The Argentina versus England quarterfinal is more than just another knockout match. It is a high-stakes clash steeped in decades of bitter rivalry. Though one nation sits in Europe and the other in South America, the two countries have long shared a tense relationship filled with fireworks. Every encounter on the football pitch has been intense and controversial, leaving behind unforgettable moments in World Cup history. From the 1966 sending off of Argentina's captain Antonio Rattín to Diego Maradona's infamous Hand of God in 1986 and David Beckham's red card in 1998, the two teams have produced countless classic moments. The military conflict over the Falkland Islands, known as the Malvinas in Argentina, has elevated this sporting enmity to a political and national level. Let's take a closer look at the history of Argentina versus England, the grudges, the key matches, and their lasting impact. The roots of the rivalry go back to 1806, when Argentina was still a Spanish colony. Britain attempted to invade and occupy Buenos Aires, but was eventually repelled by local militias. A second attempt also failed. After Argentina gained independence, the Falkland Islands became a point of contention. Located just 500 kilometers off Argentina's southern coast, but over 13,000 kilometers from Britain, the islands had changed hands among France, Britain, and Spain. When Argentina became independent, it claimed the islands as its rightful inheritance from Spain. Britain, however, rejected Spanish sovereignty claims and occupied the islands in 1833, establishing a colony that remains under British control to this day. For more than 180 years, the two nations have repeatedly clashed over the island's sovereignty. Britain's position has been unwavering. It even stationed Prince William there for military service and held a referendum in 2013. This territorial dispute has served as the underlying spark for their ongoing animosity. On the football field, Argentina has participated in the World Cup since 1930, while England joined in 1950. Their first meeting came in 1962, with England winning 3-1. The first truly controversial encounter occurred in 1966 during the World Cup hosted by England.
In the quarterfinals, tensions ran high. Argentina and Uruguay suspected that England and West Germany were conspiring to eliminate South American teams. When it came time to assign referees by drawing lots, the South American officials arrived late and were told the draw had already been completed. A German referee was assigned to Argentina versus England, while an English referee was given Uruguay versus West Germany. Argentina's captain, the tall 190-centimeter midfielder Antonio Rattín from Boca Juniors, was repeatedly fouled and protested the decisions, believing the referee favored England. Unable to speak English, and with the referee not understanding Spanish, Rattín asked for a translator. Instead, the referee abruptly sent him off for inappropriate language. Argentines were furious, noting that the referee couldn't even understand Spanish. The referee later claimed he disliked the way Rattín looked at him. British media described the Argentines using terms like animal and violent, further inflaming tensions. Rattín refused to leave the pitch immediately, sitting down in protest and delaying the game. As he finally departed, he grabbed a corner flag bearing the English flag, angering the crowd, which pelted the field with beer cans. Argentina played 60 minutes with 10 men and lost 1-0. This match helped inspire the modern yellow and red card system, so players could understand bookings regardless of language barriers. After the match, England's manager prevented his players from swapping jerseys with the Argentines and made disparaging remarks. Argentina called it the robbery of the century. Rattín claimed the referee was determined to help England win at any cost. Meanwhile, in the other quarterfinal, 2 Uruguayan players were also sent off as they lost 0-4 to West Germany. England went on to win the 1966 World Cup, defeating West Germany 4-2 in the final, their only World Cup title, and deepening the grudge with Argentina. Relations worsened dramatically in 1982. Argentina's military junta, facing economic collapse and soaring inflation, launched an invasion of the Falkland Islands to stoke nationalism. They quickly overran the British garrison. Argentina believed Britain, so far away, would concede. However, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher responded forcefully, dispatching a large task force. The Falklands War lasted 74 days. Argentina suffered over 600 dead and more than 10,000 captured,
mostly inexperienced young conscripts, and eventually surrendered. Britain lost around 200 lives, but regained the islands. The defeat led to the collapse of Argentina's military regime and a return to democracy. Thatcher's popularity surged, helping her Conservative Party win re-election in 1983. Yet the loss and the pain of fallen soldiers left deep resentment among Argentines toward Britain. Just 4 years later, in the 1986 World Cup quarterfinals, the two nations met again. Though officials tried to separate politics from sport, the recent war made this match feel like revenge. Argentina was led by 25-year-old superstar Diego Maradona.
In the 51st minute, Maradona scored with a header after an English defensive error. England protested, believing it was a handball. Video and photos later confirmed Maradona had indeed punched the ball in with his left hand. The referee allowed the goal. Maradona later famously said the goal was scored a little with the head of Maradona and a little with the hand of God, forever known as the Hand of God. Just 4 minutes later, Maradona produced pure magic. He picked up the ball in his own half, dribbled past 5 English defenders with sublime skill, rounded the goalkeeper, and scored what is widely regarded as the goal of the century. The stadium erupted. Even some English fans applauded. Argentina won 2-1 and went on to beat West Germany 3-2 in the final to claim the World Cup. Maradona became a legend. However, the Hand of God remained a sore point for England fans. The rivalry continued. They drew 2-2 in a 1991 friendly. In the 1998 World Cup round of 16, Argentina, featuring Gabriel Batistuta and captain Diego Simeone, faced England, who had stars like Alan Shearer and the young David Beckham.
Simeone relentlessly provoked the hot-tempered 23-year-old Beckham. In the 47th minute, after a clash, Simeone fell theatrically after Beckham kicked out. The referee sent Beckham off with a red card. England played with 10 men and lost on penalties. Beckham went from national hero to public enemy overnight, facing media attacks, abuse, and even death threats. He later redeemed himself, notably scoring a crucial penalty against Argentina in a 2002 World Cup group stage match, helping England win 1-0 for revenge. Since then, apart from a 2005 friendly, the teams have not met again. In World Cup history, they have played 5 times, with England leading 3-2 in wins. Now, more than 20 years later, they meet again in the quarterfinals. While the hatred has cooled somewhat over time, debates over the Falklands and the Hand of God continue. Argentine fans still sing about the islands and Maradona, and this match carries the weight of history. Even after all these years, Argentina versus England remains one of football's most dramatic and controversial rivalries. What new classic moments will this quarterfinal produce? We can only wait and watch.